Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. That's what John Lennon used to always say. And it's a good idea to ponder about, preparing to live, putting your life off into some future abyss, putting your dreams off to some faraway time. And we think about like 5 years, whatever amount of years, it's really not as long as you think, especially as you get older and your perception of how time passes starts to change. Research done on the proportionality of time states that a year represents a smaller percentage of an older person's total life, making it seem shorter than it did when they were younger. And I think it's really an intuitive idea. I mean, just look at a 5-year-old. 1 year of a 5-year-old's life, that's 1/5 of their entire life. But as you get older, like 1 year is very small amount of your life. It's like pennies in your bank account. You don't really think about it. It just goes by. So if what you're trying to take on seems like a lengthy, big project, it may help to realize that the amount of time that it's going to take to do it is going to pass regardless of if you're working towards the goal or not. And, granted, nothing unexpected happens to you that cuts your life short. You're going to be old one day. That's just a fact. So you have to really sit back, think, and ask yourself, would you rather be old having done what you always dreamt of, or would you rather be old and in a state of regret? Seems like a pretty obvious answer there. And we think about it, the worst form of regret comes from inaction. The uncertainty will just eat away at your soul. And so it's always better to be an active participant in life and just play your chances than sit on the sidelines and wondering what if. Because there can always be positive drawn from the regret that comes from action. Because at least you tried. At least you went out and you saw what would happen if you actually did it. But if you do it as your authentic self, as best as you know yourself. Be earnest, give it an earnest attempt, and then you will have an earnest result.